go, Junior. They already know what time it is.
T-Bug Crawford.
Yeah.
So did Errol Spence make the deadline? The deadline was supposed to be August 29th, Tuesday. Something like that, when he's supposed to be follow through with the rematch with Terence Crawford. We're not quite sure how true any of that is, but Terence Crawford doesn't even know if Errol Spence going to take the rematch. Derek James, last we heard, seemed to be sure that they're going to take the rematch, but we haven't heard if they're going to really take the rematch. Now, a lot of people are assuming that Errol Spence didn't take the rematch. I'm going to stand on what I said when I say I'm not going to fault him for not taking it, right? Because throughout all of this whole time, it's been about a month now, right? Errol Spence, the only one that hasn't made not one excuse. Errol Spence ain't make no excuses, right? Errol Spence didn't make no excuses, but you see his fan base. You see these guys, and they coming up with excuses. But like I said, man, there's a lot of things in that fight that Errol Spence will need to really, really improve significantly if he wants to get back in there with a guy like Terence Crawford. It was just come on, man. And the Spence fans that's really not around making excuses, they know what's up. They know they guy can't just hop in there and any weight and just deal with Terence. That weight stuff is just an excuse. That weight stuff is an excuse. WBC made Errol Spence number 3 for a reason. They telling him, look, man, stay away from Crawford, bro. Stay away from Terence Crawford, bro. We haven't seen Errol Spence on his own social media, and this was the last video we seen of Spence 2 weeks ago when he was out and about. So we haven't heard nothing from the big fish. Derek James probably preparing Jermell Charlo for Canelo Alvarez. And, I mean, did Errol Spence really missed the deadline? I don't know. Did he miss the deadline to go through with this rematch and ride out to the sunset? Because there's nothing weight gonna do in a rematch. There's just nothing weight gonna do. See, that's what these they're still out here trying to bash Crawford fans. This shit was 5 years in the making, fool. This shit was 5 years in the making. It's the same thing as when Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao. People was talking about that for a long time. And that fight didn't even live up to any type of the hype. This fight surprised many people because it was so one-sided. Terence Crawford was so dominant against Buddy. Yeah, we a month later now. This is a month later. This is a whole month later. Right? We a whole month later. And dudes out here. See, this is what I noticed that a lot of people tend to do when I don't even really want to go there like that. But I seen something where dude posted, who was on Twitter, celebrate another man's victory, basically alluding to you to being homosexual and still celebrating a man's victory a month later. Pretty much telling y'all to stop. And a good way to get people to stop, most particularly black people, you throw some homosexual shame tactic at them or do something to align them with homosexuality to get them to fucking stop. Right? And this is what these guys like to do. And this is what stuff these guys are doing. You know what I'm saying? This is what they have resorted to get people to stop. Talking about one of the biggest fights in boxing. Just because they got lost and they looking like some fucking busters out here with all these excuses, right? Errol Spence didn't even come out with no excuse. Not near nothing. But they coming up with weight excuses. Terence Crawford on PED excuses. All types of excuses, bro. Because their reality got turned upside down. Actually, they got force-fed the fucking red pill, bro. Welcome to reality. Right? Welcome to reality. He said they got the motion with the cocoa butter in their palm watching another man's victory in the dark. It was part of this one. Where they said that pretty much if you celebrate another man's victory a month later, you pretty much homosexual, right? Something like that. Something to that effect, right? So I don't know, man. This is what these guys going to do. This is what they do to get you to really, really stop. Because if you keep going, well, then now you look like you gay. But yeah, man, this is what they're doing, man. They don't know what else to do to get people to stop talking about it. There's going to be people still talking about it, right? I just like what I saw at this point, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's next. Other people going to be sitting there talking about it, gloating and boasting, bragging. I can get up on here and gloat and boast and brag all day, but I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for it. Terence Bud Crawford did what I knew he was going to do. I knew this was a bad matchup, bro. I knew this was a bad matchup. See, people didn't want to believe that a dude from Omaha, Nebraska could actually come out there and do something. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. A small Midwest city, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like I always told everybody, the best come from the Midwest anyway. Take it for how you want to take it. I used to always say it back in the day on the old channel. Bushido Boxing, we still there. We do live streams over there. A little biased. The best come from the Midwest. I mean, that's just what it is. But Spence always had problems, bro. Balance issues, defense issues. He was in there with dudes that couldn't really punch him. That wasn't going to really match his strength. You know what I'm saying? He was in there with a lot of guys. It almost looks like, and I'm about to lay it all on the table for these busters out here. It looked like they manufacturally made Spence, bro. That's how the fight looked. He wasn't prepared for Terence Crawford in no capacity. And this is why when Bud Crawford gets brought up every time, Derrick James, his whole energy changed. Like, these dudes know that Terence Bud Crawford is a problem. Canelo Alvarez's energy is even different. Bro, everybody knows that when Terence Crawford is coming, and that's why you never hear your boy Bushido bash Mean Machine, bash Beltran, and all those dudes that got in the ring with this guy, bro. Because I see the energy from other dudes when this dude is around or his name is brought up. I peep game, bro. They know. They can feel it. But Errol Spence always had problems, bro. Stylistically, he always had problems. Let's see what this guy got here. Let's see Errol Spence's defense flaws, bro. We already knew he had some flaws. And if you watch the Crawford fight, he smothered his work. Just really bad, bro. Spence fans ain't gonna never watch it again, right? They ain't gonna never watch it again. They just chalk it up as Crawford was on some or Spence just wasn't right. No, look at him. This is how he always looks in fights, bro. If he will ever run the return ring, he's gonna have a lot of work to do. Goku Knuckles, go check him out, man. He got a lot of work to do. That's right, Goku Knuckles. That's right, Goku Knuckles. Look at that. He got a lot of work to do, bro. If Sean was hitting him like that, what do you think Crawford will do? He says if he were ever to return to the ring, Derrick James had a lot of work to do. Yeah, man. A lot of work to do. A lot of work to do, bro. Errol Spencer probably struggled with Tim Tszyu, dog. Straight up. Yeah. He probably struggled with Tim Tszyu, bro. Hungry, motivated Tim Tszyu, bro. Yeah, he may lose against a guy like that right now. Like, Errol Spence got a lot of work to do. And all his fans is doing is making excuses. And me as an Errol Spence fan, I said, bro, you got some work to do, dog. If you go continue to do this thing, you got some work to do, bro. You got some work to do. Do you really want to do it? Right? Do you really want to do it? But for the people that got the excuses, though, bro, if Spence was weight drained, because that's the big thing, right? That's probably gonna be the big. If the fight is happening, Spence is trending right now too in sports. As I'm making this video, if the weight was the issue, then whose fault is that, right? If he was really weight drained, whose fault was that? Crawford looked weight drained too, right? Crawford said he had a hard time making weight. There was two weight drained dudes in the ring.
Speaking of a rematch, Derrick James, the trainer of Errol Spence, had an interview not long ago. He basically said if there was a rematch at a different weight, things would be different. Is that an indirect excuse in regards to Errol Spence being weight drained?
I would say that is, again, he had to weigh in the same weight as Bud, and he knew about the fight months before. So, I mean, if he was weight drained, that's just bad coaching on Derek James' part.
Right. I mean, come on, bro. What are y'all doing? What are we talking about? See, Errol Spence didn't make no excuses though, bro. So none of that is on Spence, man. He ain't say nothing, man. He got in there, he did his thing. Errol Spence, in my opinion, got a lot of work to do.
We all had the right amount of time to prepare for this fight. So, yeah, I'm not looking for no excuses or anything of that nature. But, Errol didn't have no excuses. Everybody else did. So,
Facts. Errol didn't have no excuses, bro. Errol didn't have no excuses. My question is, though, what was he doing for 15 months? If he's been off this whole time, what was you doing, dog? Like, you was all off balance? But see, he always had balance issues, man. If you actually pay attention to Spence's fights, bro, and you weren't enamored by the man down moniker and all the glitz and the glamour, you seen a dude in there that was pretty flat-footed after a while, and really very heavy front-footed fighter, lunged in a lot. I don't know, man. I don't know. And unless the guy's standing right in front of him, Spence wasn't going to be able to do his best work. A guy that was going to fight back. A guy that was going to actually fight back. A guy that could actually punch. A guy that's actually really, truly coming to win. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. His fans got the excuses coming out still. We don't know if Errol Spence is going to follow through with this deadline. We don't know if he's going to take the rematch or not. Should he take the rematch? Some people say revenge tour. Some guys are going to say revenge tour to, tackle the task of Terence Crawford. But I don't know, man. I think that Errol Spence needs to get back to the drawing board before he just hop and just believes it. He knows deep down his soul, bro, that it's more than the weight. That's what the people saying. But Errol Spence knows. He's been in there with Crawford. He felt that man's strength. He felt his strength. It had nothing to do with weight because he was weight drained. Errol Spence always looks how he looks in fights, bro. How we saw him is how he always looks in fights, bro. That's how he always looks, bro. Look at what this guy say. One is not like the other. Even my friend that lives in Omaha said Spence was weight drained. He's been a Bud fan. But see, he was already in the ring and hydrated here, though, bro. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, these guys, you know what I'm saying? They both look gaunt and skinny during the weigh before and during the scales, right? This is like fight time. So he was able to rehydrate and shit here. And he said, this is a different guy. Man, shut up, bro. Like, these guys, bro. This is the shit I be talking about, man. I don't try to get into too much what other people be talking about, but he talking about revenge tour 154. I mean, you go get this man hurt out there, bro. Errol Spence will get his ass seriously beat, bro. Terence Crawford is serious business, and Errol Spence truthfully should stay away from this guy. That's the truth. You should stay away from him. Go do something else. Become a champion again at 154, bro. If he really taking boxing seriously, in my opinion. But Errol Spence is I respect him. I respect his bravery. He will get back in with Crawford. But if he wasn't and he wants to do something else, I salute him too. But for these guys that's saying that the weight is the issue now, that's not the issue, bro. Derek James didn't prepare this guy. Errol Spence hasn't necessarily improved over the years. He always had balance issues, right? And he truthfully never been in there where nobody can really punch and fight back for real. It's almost like they moved him a certain way, and then he had the spots of inactivity. I told you guys going in, for you Spence fans that's still around, that Errol Spence was fighting an uphill battle against a guy like Terence Crawford, despite him being the bigger guy, bro. Being a bigger guy don't mean you sometimes a bigger target too. That's exactly what he looked like July 29th. A big target, bro. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.